Hello everyone, welcome back to playing Minecraft Infdev all the way to release 1.89. Sorry, I'm a little bit winded right now. Um, but today we are updating to the next version, which is alpha version 1.0.16 underscore 01, and it was released on August 12th, 2010, which added more commands for servers. So, yet again, there is not that much really that this version added. So, yeah. So, one thing you'll notice right away, I built this bookshelf here, and I think it doesn't look that bad. It's like a big bookshelf spire in the middle. I almost fell down here. Also, this is still my staircase down. I don't know if I'm gonna change this. Man, I probably should change this. But I just don't know what I wanted to change it to as a thing. But so I decided to get rid of the tree, or what was supposed to be the tree, basically, because it wasn't growing. So I just kind of gave up on it. Actually, let's do this instead. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And this was kind of my idea of what I wanted to do. Actually, yeah, let's just do this. So I wanted to have torches on the four corners, I'm pretty sure. And then it would go like this. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Okay. And you're probably wondering, why did I place wooden planks? Well, that's because I'm gonna make something here, and since the tree was just refusing to grow, I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own tree. So I'm gonna go and look at one of these. Well, it doesn't really help that these trees are like combined, but so this one goes like 1, 2, it goes like 4 blocks up, right? So I can make something like that, I guess. It probably won't be like a completely accurate tree because I don't really know how to do anything like that, really. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. Okay. Can't even get up on top there. Last video, oh, okay. I love it when the game lags. Last video, I got the sugarcane farm done, and I decided to place some sugarcane in this garden because this garden is very lacking in a lot of things, so I decided that'd be cool. Yeah, the last video was pretty long. I think that's just how it's gonna be from now on, just because, like, it's gonna take me a while to get all these projects done. So, I hope you guys don't mind that. Also, I don't know why it keeps doing that thing where it, like, lags, and it places 2 blocks. It's very annoying. I wish it didn't do that. I don't know. So it's something like this, kind of, I think. And then in one of the corners, I can just place like a leaf sticking out. Something like that. Yeah. And then, I believe what we can do. See, the issue is that there's no, you can't look through the cobblestone. It's not transparent. Which kind of ruins the whole immersion here. It also makes it a little bit more difficult for me to do this. Yeah. We'll just go like this. Go around. Oops. Keep falling in the water. It looks interesting. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, I really need to be careful when I'm building this. Should I add anything underneath or leave it? I think I should just leave it. No, I could add like torches underneath here. That might look nice. It'll be like hidden lights. Something like that. Yeah. And then what I'm gonna do is place some cobblestone underneath. Just like this. Get rid of this sugar cane here. It looks interesting. Can't really tell what it is, I guess, but I don't know. You have to use your imagination with all these builds. So yeah, there's our tree. I might add more to this because there's not a whole lot. Also, I'm just realizing now that this might not work because the flowers, you can barely see the flowers. They're like kind of hidden. So I'm wondering what I should do about that, but I'm not really sure. I'm liking it though, and I want to get rid of these torches here because maybe we'll keep one there just in case. I just don't want any mobs to spawn. I don't know if you guys saw the last video, but if you haven't, there's a few incidents. There's a creeper that spawned in the base. I don't know how he spawned in the base. I thought the whole base was lit up, but I guess not. So that's great. But yeah, my only issue with this is that there's a lot of stuff that's just covered up. So it might not look as great. Okay, I need to stop doing that actually. That is really bad. But yeah, that's kind of what my thought process is. And we're also going to end up making the wheat farm today before we update to the next version. And in the next version, I have a very, very special kind of idea in mind that I want to do. Let's go ahead and place it. Okay, that was too late. If you don't place, if a flower doesn't have a light source, it instantly breaks. And because of that, when bone meal was added, you could just right-click the ground in a dark area, and that was basically a flower farm, which is kind of ridiculous, but it's very nice. You know what? Now that I'm thinking of it, why don't we actually? Why don't we move this? Why don't we move all these? Okay, let's get some of that there. Move all of these. Actually, I don't need to break that. I just need to break the flower. Okay. Where is the flower? Need it. There it is. Okay. So, I'm thinking maybe I should add. I don't know. I'm really uncertain. Very uncertain with these kinds of builds, because my thought is that it would look nice if I had flowers, but you can't really see them is the issue. So it's kind of tricky. I could just go like this, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just do this for now, I guess. I don't know, but I liked it with the flowers everywhere, so I'm not sure. I don't know. If you guys have any thoughts, please let me know, because I am willing to take any kind of suggestion that anybody might have for this build. It is kind of a random build, but it's whatever. Alright, here's the other side. It's just same thing but swapped. I'm kind of worried about mobs spawning up here. We'll just go like that. I don't want anything to spawn on there. That would be annoying if that happened. Recently, I've been thinking about maybe trying out BTA. If you don't know what that is, it's basically it's this mod that's basically like it's called Better Than Adventure, and basically what that means is it's supposed to be like, what if Minecraft, but it kept on being in the style of beta or something like that. That's kind of like the best way I can describe it. And so it's called Better Than Adventure, and the reason why it's called that is it's supposed to be like this update is, or this is mod is better than the adventure update, but not like, you know, not literally. It's just like all it really is just a mod that, like, you know, like it's not actually, it probably isn't actually better than the adventure update. I mean, some people like would like to argue that it is, but I don't know, I feel like that's giving it a little bit too much credit. I'm not trying to be mean to the mod creators here. I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's that good. You know what I mean? That's the other thing I don't really understand. Like, a lot of people, when they play old Minecraft mods, or when they play these mods that are like Infdev Plus, or whatever, or when they play like BTA, or when they play beta, when they do make a video on it, they always say something stupid like, "Is this better than Minecraft?" And it's like, I don't care. I don't care if it's better than Minecraft or not. I don't care if it's better than the latest version, because that's not something I'm interested in. The only thing that matters to me is if it's a cool mod. That's the only thing that matters to me. It doesn't matter to me if it's better than Minecraft or not. Like, I literally don't care for that. And I don't understand why they keep doing that stuff. They're like, is this Minecraft version the best Minecraft version you've ever played? Is beta 1.7 to 3 the best Minecraft version? And it's like, I don't care. I don't think there's a single person that actually cares what the best Minecraft version is. I think people just like to play whatever version they want, and that's really about it. I mean, I don't think they really care about what the best Minecraft version is. Yeah, I just thought I would share that because I keep seeing that everywhere, and I just think it's really silly that people try to compare how good Minecraft versions are. It doesn't make any sense to me. Personally, I think it's just clickbait and for views and shit, but whatever. You know, that's another thing I don't really understand. Whenever people play these mods that say, like, better than this update, better than Minecraft, whatever, a lot of times when they make a video, that's like reviewing the mod, they say something stupid that's like they always try to have it's the mod's entire worth based on whether or not it's actually better than the vanilla game, which I don't understand. They're like, does it live up to its name? Is it actually better than Minecraft? And it's like, nobody fucking asked for that. Like, I don't give a shit. It's stupid. I literally don't care. I'm sorry. I just like I just it's so stupid. I don't think anyone actually cares if it's better than the vanilla game or not. It's just silly. I don't know. But I think also it's just meant to get people to argue with in the comments, and that's not really something I'm that's not something I really want to vouch for. So also one kind of sad thing about these versions is that unfortunately when you mine a bookshelf you can't get it back, which really does suck a lot because man, that would just be much better if I could have something like that. Also, I was thinking about putting flowers here, but I feel like that would be a little bit samey. What if I did something like this? So I'm pretty sure ladders can't burn. Like I am 99% sure. Last time I checked, ladders can't burn. So we're gonna do something like this. Place a ladder here. And I'm thinking about adding some water here. I think that would be really cool. I don't know. Let's give it a try. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. Honestly, I don't think it looks too bad. It's just that I don't think I can remove this dirt here because if I do that, then the water's going to start flowing everywhere. So I'm going to have to use some glass. Otherwise, it just won't work. Yeah, see? Water starts flowing. So we got to do this. Also, I just realized that that side, you can see that over there, doesn't look right. So let me go ahead and do this so it's even. Still looks a little bit weird. Yeah, because this side doesn't have anything, so I'll go ahead and add that. That's better. I like that. I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys have to think about this. I think it looks neat, but I have no idea. Oh, you know what else would have been cool? If I would have like encased the flower bed, if I would have encased this little garden over here in water, there's like water going around the whole thing. Oh my god, dude. Should I do that? I don't know. That would require me to have to move this out a little bit more. And then do that. So I don't know if that's something I want to do. And I'd have to place glass so it doesn't just like go everywhere. I don't know, it's a thought. I'm not sure though. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. There's going to be an entrance right here, so I can still get this infinite water supply, because I still want this infinite water source here. And, yeah, I think it works. It's just that it's kind of annoying because I have to, like, go through here and place flowers. But that's not that big of a deal, really. Let's actually place some sugarcane because I can. Might as well. It's a nice decoration. So why not? Oh, I can't place there because there's no water. Forgot about that. Okay, there we go. Now, if I want to keep with this design, I'm going to have to do the same thing to the other side. So, yeah. That'll be fun. But yeah, I just made it like this so it's easier for me to get up here. And go in there. This is probably going to be changed into something else. I'm not quite sure yet. Probably just going to be like a wooden pillar or something. But, I made it very easy to make. All I did was extend this out by one, so it should be fairly easy to build. Okay, so I was trying to make like an opening here, and it wasn't working, as you can see, because it's being a major pain in my ass. Actually, it's actually pissing me off, because Minecraft's water physics make absolutely 0 sense. It's like, it's stupid. I don't know why Minecraft's water physics have to be so frustrating to deal with. So, yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you, because I'm kind of frustrated about that. I had to place a lot of dirt because there's just water flowing everywhere, and it was getting out of control. So, yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it like this. I can still place a block here and go through and whatever. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, just because I really don't want to deal with the bullshit right now. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna get rid of this glass actually. Okay, you know what? I should actually cover all of this before I do any of that. See what I mean though? Like the water physics in this game make no sense, and it's very frustrating to deal with sometimes. So I'm sorry guys, I clickbaited you once again. I'm becoming a Mr. Beast content farm. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I had to update my version. I really didn't want to have to do that, but I had to update it because, well, I died to a spider, and then when I tried to respawn, the game was lagging really bad, like really, really bad. I couldn't do anything. So I exited the game, I joined again, and then I went back to the respawn screen, and the same thing happened. So the only thing that fixed it was updating the version. So now it's fixed. I really didn't want to have to update the version, but I don't really have a choice. I can't. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I clickbaited you. I'm gonna start making clickbait videos now. I'm gonna start making overly dramatic thumbnails and titles and stupid video essays. That's what this channel is all about. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for. We're here for the views, not for the fun. I guess. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm getting sand right now because I am low on glass and I'd like to get some more sand. This is kind of a waste of shovels because if I really wanted to, I could just use torches. And that would be much easier. Because if you didn't know, if you actually break a block and you place a torch in the same frame, you can get a torch underneath the sand block, so you can just mine sand super easily, but I don't have torches on me right now, so I didn't really think of that, unfortunately. Also, yeah, you can still see the teleporting sand glitch. It's very strange. I don't know if you guys saw the other video, but in one of my videos, when I was digging sand, I discovered that the sand was teleporting. So that's great. It doesn't really do anything like drastic, but I just thought it was funny to show that. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I accidentally pressed the start streaming button. I did not. It didn't stop my recording or anything, I just accidentally pressed it. When I was digging all that sand, can't help but be reminded of that one video I made that was like digging sand in beta Minecraft for 1.5 hours or something like that. I don't know if you guys even seen that video, but I sped it up to like 2000% or something like that. I don't know. It's a stupid video. I think I did that at like 4 in the morning or something. Like I woke up at like 4 in the morning and I couldn't go back to sleep. I don't know why I woke up at 4 in the morning, but I did, and I barely got any sleep. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna hop on beta Minecraft and dig sand. Because I have nothing else to do. It's so dumb. You know what I just realized I could have done? What I could have done for the sugarcane farm, instead of having it, all of it sideways, I could have made it so everything is just straight in front of you, so that way it's easier to just harvest it, but I don't know, I did it this way. I might do that for the wheat farm, though, I'm not sure, but the thing about wheat, you don't know in these versions, if you step on dirt, you actually break the wheat, or you, like, flatten it back to dirt. I don't know how to explain it. But basically, even if you step on dirt, like, you can't, even if you crouch on dirt, it, like, turns it back into dirt. If you step on the farmland, I mean, is what I meant. That's what I meant to say. Alright, so this is probably what the farm is going to be like, and I'm just going to place torches around here because crops need light to grow. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 8 like I've always been doing. Now the reason I'm placing it like this, I mean, I could do it the other way, but then for one, I don't have fences yet, and 2, I don't want to walk on the wheat. The reason why I don't want to walk on the wheat is because, well, I already kind of explained it, but basically you don't want to walk on the wheat. You don't want to walk on the farmland because when you walk on it, it breaks. It turns it back into dirt. So that's why. There is an exception, though. We just can't do it because we don't really have the resources right now. If you actually, I just want to make sure this gets hydrated. It should get hydrated. There's water like right underneath it. I don't know, I can't tell right now. Is it getting hydrated? It's not getting darker. There's water underneath it, so like I don't know what. Also, I should probably not do that because it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna do that. Um, hmm. Okay, I don't know. We'll just have to see, I guess. It's not getting any darker, so it doesn't really look like anything is happening, but we'll just see. But, yeah, back to what I was saying. You can't really walk on it, otherwise it'll break, turn back into dirt, whatever. So, because of that, um, I'm just gonna build it like this so I can just break it and get the wheat, but I don't think this is getting hydrated like at all, which doesn't really make any sense because it's underneath it. There was a thing you could do though where you could use fences. If you put fences underneath the farmland, you would still be able to walk on it, but we don't have fences yet. That's not added until a later version of the game, so I can't do that yet, sadly. Well, I thought that it could work, but, well, it's... You know what, I'm just gonna leave this like that, because I don't want to waste that, but, yeah, so it actually doesn't work, which is a bummer, but that's okay, because I think in these versions, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could hydrate up to, like, 7 blocks or something like that in all directions. Because in modern versions, it's only like 4 blocks or something in every direction. But I think in this version, it's like 7 blocks. So this is like, I don't know, 8 blocks or something like that, roughly. So let's just test this real quick. And so I'll place this here. And this should hydrate. But, okay, it's still not working. I'm not sure why. Why is this not working? I don't know what... I'm not sure what I'm supposed to... Oh, there we go. Now it's... Wait, what? Is that because I break... Is that because I broke the torch? No way. Yeah, see, look, there's... Yeah. Okay, so... I don't know, we'll just... we'll just leave that there, I guess, and, yeah. We'll see. Okay. Now, I know I said that... it does 9 blocks, but, it's not... It doesn't want to cooperate with me right now, and I don't know why. Usually it's like 9 blocks, but this is not working for some reason. I don't know if it's because I don't have more dirt placed around it, and I need to have more dirt or something. I have no idea, but I don't know. I'll fix it. Okay, here is the idea that I have right now for the wheat farm. I place torches everywhere just because I'm kind of worried that it's not going to get enough light, so that's why there's torches everywhere. And yeah, it looks a little bit weird, but this is like, I don't know, this is probably the best I can do. I mean, if I wanted to, I can make a normal wheat farm. It would just, like, it wouldn't be that great. Just because I would be walking on it all the time, and it would be trampling the dirt. So it just wouldn't really work as a normal wheat farm, I guess. So I'm gonna have to do something like this for now. I did end up placing another block of water for every 4 blocks just because it, for some reason, it just wasn't cooperating. So yeah, this is the current kind of wall design I decided to come up with. I think it looks interesting. And it's just, yeah, it's like this. So I guess if you want to do that too, you can now. I mean, it's not anything crazy, so I'm gonna actually do it to the other side, because I feel like if I don't, then it's gonna get all messed up. Sometimes I do these, and they get messed up because they don't quite meet in the middle, if that makes sense. Like, these patterns don't really meet up in the middle. Which kind of sucks. I wish they did, but for some reason, they just don't sometimes. It's kind of annoying sometimes, but it's whatever, I suppose. I'm just doing a very simple build here, so shouldn't be that bad as far as I know. Looks very weird to look at. Yeah. I'm also kind of, I don't know, I'm a little bit iffy about the farm design right now. I don't know if I like it. I mean, it works. It definitely works, but it doesn't look that great. It looks kind of ugly, doesn't it? I don't know. If there's a way I could get, if I could get rid of this right here, I would be fine with that. Also, if I wanted to, I could also just bring these closer together. Yeah, why don't I do that? Why don't I just have one block of space in between? I feel like that would just be much better. And I would also have a lot more wheat. It would probably look nicer. So I'm probably just gonna do that instead. It's probably a good idea. I don't know. I actually did get 51 subscribers recently, so that's cool. Whoever was my 51st subscriber, I hope they're watching this video, but if they aren't, that's fine. It's whatever. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys, because, yeah, I thought that was cool that I reached 51 subscribers. Yay! It doesn't mean much, but, yeah. My 7th episode on this series actually got a lot of views. It got like 300, almost 360 views. So, but there's probably a lot of people that watched it and decided that they didn't like it or something. Also, if you're wondering why I'm doing this right here, there's going to be a staircase right here. So that's why this is like that. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to move this. I'm going to redo this whole thing and move this closer. I think that'll just be easier for everything. You know, look nice. Is what it's looking like so far. As you can see, now there is one block of space in between. And I'm thinking about, I don't know if I want the other side of this to look the same, where it's 3 of these are longer and the rest of these are just like this. I don't know, because I don't have to do this. I could make them as long as these are once I get over here. Like, this one could probably be longer, but I'm just worried about how high this might be. The other thing too is when we do get a cactus farm, I imagine we probably won't be able to do much with that. I mean, you can't really do anything with them, I'm pretty sure. So, because you don't, there's no dyes, there's no green dyes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be right here. And then I'll just go like this. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, you have to get, I believe there's a, yeah, I dug a hole right here. This is where I'm getting water. I don't know, let me know what you guys think of this current farm design. I think it looks, I don't think it looks the greatest. That's what I meant to say. I don't think it looks the greatest, but it's functional, at least, so it's a plus, I guess. Also, this over here is just gonna be like cobblestone, most likely, because I don't know what else to put here. So, yeah, this project is gonna actually take me a long while, because I have to do all this, and then I have to grow all the wheat on it, so... but I think after I get this finished, I'm probably gonna take a break from this world because I've been working on it a lot, and I'm also kind of just like, I don't know, after, when you work on a world for so long, you kind of start to lose motivation to keep doing things, but we'll see, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what to feel about this whole base yet. Right now, I think it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very interesting looking base, I'll say that. But after I get this finished, I'm probably gonna take a break from this world. I might just like play modded Minecraft or something, because I've been playing on this forever. We've made a lot of progress. So it's been a month, and we're still in alpha, which means we're probably going to be in alpha for a very, very long time. Probably a couple months at least, because I have a lot of plans. You know what I'd really like to do in the future? I would like to have like a big city nearby. I think that would look super cool. It's just that, like, I don't know, there's so much flat ground everywhere that it's kind of hard to try and decide which spot would be best for the city, because every spot looks really good. I don't really have to do this, now that I think about it. So I'm probably just gonna... It's kind of a waste of cobblestone to do this, because I can just build over it. I don't really need it, per se, but I have no idea. Yeah, I'll just go like this. I keep building out this way. So yeah. Oh yeah, I did actually... I finished my lifting test thing, my... whatever the heck it's called. My lifting evaluation today. And it wasn't anything crazy, as I expected. It only took like 20 minutes, maybe, which is kind of silly. Like, I don't know why I had to go there again for something that doesn't even take that long. It doesn't really make any sense at all. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just... it's silly. Silly, silly, silliness. I am kind of... well, actually, I don't need to say that. Um, I think I've said before that I was thinking about doing like a BTA Let's Play, but I don't know if I want to do that, honestly. I think it's just, I don't know. I feel like if I do a Let's Play on a modded game, I'm not gonna have fun with it, you know? I don't know. Really kind of depends. I mean, I'm not too worried about, like, analytics, anything like that, obviously. I just don't know if it'll be fun for you guys to watch. Because it'll just be me, like, probably not saying anything for most of the time and just trying to chill. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a thought. I am thinking about trying out BTA, though. It looks really good. And if you don't know what BTA is, it's basically this Minecraft mod that's like, what if Minecraft was still in its beta phase of development, kind of, sort of like that, or it's more kind of like, what if Minecraft was still in the style of beta? So, and it's called BTA because it's called Better Than Adventure, which is meaning like better than the Adventure update. Adventure update, that's the update where they added hunger and they added XP and they added all that stuff. They changed a lot in the Adventure update. The game kind of took like this whole new direction, I guess you could say. And that's not me just like, that's not me trying to say that the game got bad or anything. It's just like the game got a lot more different and it confused a lot of people. I guess is the best way I can put it. I don't know. I wasn't around for that time. So I can't say. This is just going off of like how I think the community was back then. Because they added, before they didn't have hunger, they didn't have sprinting, they didn't have XP levels, they didn't have the Ender Dragon, which is another big thing. There was no enchantments, and at the time, really, enchantments were not that great because, I don't know if you know this, but when they added enchantments, you had to be level 50 to get the max level enchant. So it's like kind of insane. I don't think anyone see, and this kind of goes back to like how I think the whole enchanting system makes the game not fun for a lot of people. That's kind of one of its issues, is because, well, people are just staying at their mob farms and waiting because they need to have like the best level stuff, and yeah, it's not fun. I think people would like it if, I don't know, maybe if there's like a dungeon or something, that would be super cool. Like a dungeon that you could, like, I know Minecraft does have dungeons, but the dungeons in the game aren't really, they're not really dungeons, I guess. They're just like, it's just like a box with a spawner in it. Like, it's not really a dungeon in the traditional sense, I guess. But yeah, it's just a thought. Well, I think it would be cool if like if Minecraft actually had like an actual like dungeon crawling kind of aspect to the game instead of. I think it would be cool if they made it so that you couldn't just like exploit it like you can now, where you can just make a mob farm. If they made it so that you can't just like, you just kind of, okay, just get rid of the mob spawners. Get rid of the mob spawners, because that basically allows for that kind of stuff to happen. Well, I guess the other issue too with that is that if every mob is giving XP, if you think about it, if every mob, this is kind of messed up, but whatever. I don't care enough to change it. But if you think about it, if every mob is giving XP in the game, you could still make mob grinders. So I don't know. There's no easy way of really balancing this, in my opinion, without people having to use like overpowered methods to get everything that they want really fast. But I think it would just be really cool if the game didn't have all that mob spawner crap. It would be cool if you couldn't just like make a mob grinder in general to get all your stuff, because that also is like, that feels really cheaty, to be honest. I'm not trying to call anyone a cheater. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, it just feels like taking advantage of the game, because it is pretty much. But yeah, no. If it had like some kind of dungeon crawler and it gave you a bunch of XP for like killing monsters and looting chests, stuff like that, I think that would be really cool. Like, imagine if the villages had like different quests and stuff you can do, and you get XP for them. I think that would be super cool. And then you could still have like the same enchanting in, just like enchant all your stuff with it, you know, stuff like that. But you'd have to make it so you get enough XP, obviously. Otherwise, it wouldn't really work. They also, I wish they made it so like you don't have to be like a ridiculously high XP level to enchant anything. That part also doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. But, and the fact that it's like all RNG based. So yeah, that's the other thing. So they added enchanting to the game. They add villagers, I'm pretty sure, which is also another weird thing. Like, imagine if you were playing Minecraft back in like 2011, beta 1.7.3 for example, or whatever, and all of a sudden, like, you go from not having any villages, no enchanting, no ender dragon. Sorry, it's kind of hard to like build and talk at the same time. But they have no enchanting, no ender dragon, no villages, no villagers, obviously. They have no XP levels, nothing like that. They have no hunger, none of that. And then all of a sudden they add all that like a day later. Wouldn't that kind of like throw you off if that was just like, I don't know. I feel like that would, I don't know. It just feels weird to add something like that to a game that doesn't have all that, if you know what I'm getting at. Because before, the game didn't really have that much. It was very empty. You know what I mean? There wasn't all these like different crazy mechanics that the game had now. So, and then when they add all this stuff, it just kind of feels out of place for a game like that, right? I don't know. That's just kind of what I think is how people thought of the game when it updated to beta 1.8. So I don't really blame those people. I don't really blame those people who thought the game was like really weird when they added villages and enchanting and the Ender Dragon and all that stuff. I mean, they added an end to the game too, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense either, because if you think about it, because Minecraft is a sandbox game, it doesn't really need to have an ending if you think about it, but it's just a thought that I had. Like, yeah, imagine being a player back in 2011 and your game went from like being a sandbox game to being like a really weird RPG with really weird looking Squidward looking NPCs. That would really throw me off, I think, if I was playing back then, but obviously I didn't play back then, so I have no idea. I mean, the thing is, I I do remember when I first started playing the game, I was on the Xbox 360, and I was very young at the time. I don't remember how old I was. I was so young. But when they first, or I shouldn't say when they first, I should say when I first started playing the game, I was on the Xbox 360, and I remember when zombies dropped feathers. So I kind of started playing when Minecraft was in its beta phase still, in a way. But it was like the Java equivalent of beta on the Xbox 360, basically. Because I'm pretty sure they only had zombies dropping feathers in the beta phase, and then they removed that in the release. I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I have to sneeze. Um, but yeah, that's just kind of like that's my whole perspective on how the game changed. And then and then there's beta 1 or no, I shouldn't say beta 1.9. There's beta I keep saying beta. Oh my god. Stop saying that. Oh yeah. Okay, so back to what I was saying about how I played the game when it was like kind of in its beta phase. I honestly back then I had no idea how the game worked. So like I wasn't really like a hardcore Minecraft player or anything. So I don't really remember how the game changed or anything. I was just a dumb kid, like I didn't really care. But now that I think about it, it is kind of weird that they added all those things. And I'm not trying to like say that the game got really bad. What I'm trying to say is that the game changed like a lot in that update. If you think about it, it kind of took like a whole different direction, I guess, that it was trying to go for, but it didn't really get that far, in my opinion. I don't know. It kind of seems like nowadays, again, this is not me trying to hate on like the new updates, but it kind of seems like nowadays that they just kind of like add a bunch of random stuff to the game, and it kind of causes even more issues with like the question of, okay, is the game a sandbox game? Is it a survival game? Like, we don't know. We don't know. I think the game is still a sandbox game, honestly. But, there's been a lot of updates where they have, like, archaeology and stuff like that. So the game is like, okay, is the game an exploration game now? Because there's archaeology, and now there's, like, these bastions and stuff. So does that make the game more like an RPG? Like, we don't know. We don't know what we don't know what Minecraft really is because there's no like there's not it doesn't really have a genre other than sandbox, I guess. It's really hard to say, but Terraria um Terraria is sort of it's a little bit similar to Minecraft in a way that it's like okay, it is an indie game. It was made by a indie game studio, I'm pretty sure, Relogic, and it does also have like a pixel art style and stuff like that, and you can also build stuff in it. But it's also a lot more RPG focused because you have to kill bosses and you have to mine ores to get better gear, and you can like loot dungeons and stuff. Minecraft kind of has that with like the Wither and the Ender Dragon, but not as much as Terraria does. So that's kind of why it's sort of confusing to try to understand what this game really is. I still think, like I said already, like I still think the game is just a sandbox, but there's also a lot of other things in the game that kind of contradict that, I guess, contradict that kind of traditional idea of what a sandbox really is, if that makes sense. But yeah, I just thought that was I don't know, I just thought I'd like to share my thoughts with you all on what I think about that, but I kind of remember when the game was in beta, but like I said, I don't remember, like, I wasn't playing it on the computer on Java Edition. I was playing it on Xbox 360, and it wasn't even my Xbox 360. It was my uncle's, and I'd only play it when I was over at his house. So, and I honestly can't tell you how the game felt like back then. Like, I don't know. The best way I can describe it is when you're a kid, um, and you play Minecraft. The game feels like, how do I explain it? Like, it feels like there's a lot of stuff going on in the game. It's overwhelming, but not in a bad way, if that makes sense. It's overwhelming in like a good way. Like, oh, I wanna figure out what this is. I wanna figure out what that does. What happens if I blow up TNT? You know, stuff like that. So yeah, but I mean, obviously, this goes for basically any time. I think that any time period that you play Minecraft in. So yeah, those are just kind of my thoughts. I'm not like I am not someone who's like an expert or anything on the beta versions or whatever, or stuff like that. I do remember fighting the Ender Dragon when I was little. I do remember doing that, and I thought the Ender Dragon fight was really cool. So yeah. Also, I haven't shown this off yet, but there's like a weird rendering glitch going on with the water flowing right here. You can see. I think it might have to do with my graphics driver or something. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm gonna have to fix that because it looks really weird. It's a very, very strange visual bug. I don't think I've ever seen that before in this game. Sorry about that, I just burped. It was kind of gross. Uh, but yeah, so back to what I was saying. I have no torches? Dang. Okay, anyways, back to what I was saying, like, so the reason why I chose to only do um, through 1.8.9, I think it actually ends at 1.8.10, so I could have been wrong this whole time, but oh well. But the reason I chose to stop at 1.8.9 is because that was the combat update, which if you don't know anything about Minecraft updates at all, the combat update was basically the most controversial update in the game. And the best way I can describe the best way I can describe it from what I understand is that that was kind of like, God, I don't want to call it like a decline of updates, but that's how a lot of people see it. Like, a lot of people see that everything after 1.9 is like kind of like the start of the decline of the game, if that makes sense. And that's not really, I mean, that's not just because of nostalgia, really. It's mostly because the game was like lacking in content after 1.9, because right after they added the Frostburn update, which added like polar bears and glaciers, and that was it. Like, that's all they added to the game. It wasn't anything crazy, that was 1.10, I believe. Then after that, they added the woodland mansions and stuff like that. So the game was kind of like, and then I believe around 1.12 there was a long period where they didn't update the game at all. So it was kind of like this, I don't know what you would call it, like a dark age of the game, if that makes sense, and it's like popularity. And this is not me saying that the game got worse. This is me just basically saying, like, this is kind of how the game's popularity changed after 1.9. The game got a lot less popular because of the combat update. The new combat system that they implemented didn't really fit with the game at the time, and you know, it made a lot of people quit playing the game, or they would still play one before 1.9 because it just wasn't like the Minecraft that they played, if that makes sense. Because actually, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. Yeah, that's basically kind of why I am playing every version before 1.9, because pretty much every version before 1.9 is kind of considered like the old Minecraft. If that makes sense. People on the internet say it's like Golden Age and Silver Age or whatever the heck. Personally, I don't really like to use those terms because that's just like, I don't know, that's just how the internet sees it, and I don't entirely agree with everyone. So, the way how I kind of see it, it's like Minecraft in its, from its very beginning of its development, and all the way to beta 1.7.3, that was more, I wouldn't say that's Golden Age, because I feel like if you're calling it Golden Age Minecraft, then you're saying that, like, this was the era of Minecraft that was the best. All the other eras sucked. Stuff like that. Like, this was the best ever era. And, I don't know, I'm not saying that it was bad. I'm just saying, like, I don't entirely agree that it was the best ever. But I do think that it was, I don't know, I think that it was good, at least. Because that's obviously when Minecraft was still in development, and there was, like, it was still like a indie project, basically, made by one guy, so obviously times have changed, and opinions change, and whatever, but anyways, yeah, I wouldn't really call it Golden Age. Like, personally, I'd call it like the ancient times of Minecraft, and I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to say that like this is when Minecraft was so ancient, like you're a boomer if you played this version of the game and it sucked or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to say like the game was like ancient. Like I'm playing a pretty much like an ancient version of the game if you really think about it. And then from the release to 1.8 or before 1.9, that's considered the Silver Age. That's what a lot of people call the Silver Age, but honestly, I think that's kind of just like, because when the game launched, that's when I feel like most of the players came. I feel like that's when most of the people who still play it now, came from. I mean, I could be wrong because the game has like 300 million copies sold at this point now, so I have no idea. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of that period of all the early release versions before 1.9. That's the Minecraft that everybody remembers. Those are all the Minecraft versions that most people are actually nostalgic for, I think. So, yeah, that's kind of my whole understanding of how the game has changed over time. And nowadays, the game has kind of become, I don't know, the game feels a lot more corporate now. And that's not me just saying, like, oh, Mojang sucks. Why did they add this stupid mob or whatever? Why is Mojang, like, why did Mojang make it so you can't kill this passive mob? They're being too woke or whatever. That's just me, because, like, they added the marketplace to Bedrock, right? Like, and that's microtransactions. So is that not kind of like corporate in a way, if you think about it? I don't know. I just don't really like it. I don't like how the marketplace has add-ons or anything. I mean, I don't play Bedrock anymore, but I just don't like how it has add-ons. It feels very corporate. It feels very predatory, like they're trying to get people to spend money on their game because they want, they want to make more money and they think they can make a lot of money by getting people to play and spend money on it, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's kind of my whole perspective on what the game is like now. And not only that, but the whole like age verification thing too. That's also a problem because now, or I shouldn't say age verification. That's Roblox. The chat verification. The chat verification is also a big issue. I feel really bad for people who live in the UK because they have to deal with that. I really hope that I don't have to ever deal with that, but I don't know, at this point I probably will. So yeah, that also really sucks, and that's also like really corporate, but yeah, I'm sure there's still people out there who are gonna probably hate me for saying that, because they probably think that I just hate new Minecraft and I want to stick to old Minecraft only, when that's not really true, because I do occasionally play new versions. I just, like, I don't know, I just haven't been doing it recently, just because I kind of prefer playing these versions, because I actually do think that they are more enjoyable. There's a lot, you can have a lot more creativity with these versions, in my opinion. So, yeah. And like I said, I never grew up playing Beta 1.7.3. I don't have any memories of playing Beta 1.7.3 when I was a kid. So it's not a nostalgia thing. Like, I feel like too many people don't understand that that's how it is with people who play Beta 1.7.3. Like, I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, like, most people who play Beta 1.7 are not nostalgic for it whatsoever. They just play it because they prefer it that way. That's just how it is. So, yeah. Yeah, anyways, I think I'm gonna end the video here because the video is getting really long. It's fucking hour and a half video. So, that'll be fun to encode and upload. I didn't mean for this video to be fucking hour and a half long, but whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna end it here because I've already shown you like most of the construction that I've been doing, and this is taking me forever because I have to go back and forth and grab water and place it and whatever. I don't think you guys want to watch that, but I don't know. I just thought I'd share my thoughts with you about how I think the game has changed over time. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna end the video here. So I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.